Hey mums, hope you're doing well. Can you believe it's been one whole week since your daughter went back to school? Time flies, doesn't it, when you're having fun? But let me ask, how is she doing? Is she easing back into the routine nice and calmly, enjoying herself, or is she feeling that all too familiar pressure yet again? You know, that kind of pressure that unfortunately 78% of our teen girls are already feeling. Yep, that's after 1 week. So, you know, just this week I had a conversation with a really good friend whose daughter's just been told she needs to choose her A-level subjects. Okay, not so bad, she said. But she hasn't even sat her GCSEs yet. That's next year. So can you imagine the stress 1 week in and she's already feeling this pressure? And this isn't just a one-off story. I'm hearing it from so many of you. There is so much pressure right now. And it's heart-wrenching to think that some girls are feeling so overwhelmed that they're already considering dropping out of school. But this is the reality we're facing, unfortunately. And it's not the teachers' fault. The teachers are feeling this pressure just as much as those teen girls are. On the flip side, there are some positive steps being taken too. So have you heard about the new Channel 4 documentary where Year 8 students, yes, you did hear that correctly, give up their smartphones for 21 days. I mean, I'm really interested to see where this work goes. It's fascinating to see what happens when our teenagers disconnect from tech. As you may have seen over Instagram and other social media, there was a feature in a Sunday paper or a normal mainstream broadsheet paper, you know what I'm trying to say, on teenagers and disconnecting from their phones over the summer. So that's always worth a look into as well. But here's the thing, these documentaries are absolutely great and they highlight the issue, don't get me wrong, but they don't always offer those practical solutions that you can fit into your everyday life with your teenage daughter. So this got me thinking, you know, ping! After last week's video where we dove into the impacts of social media, today I want to talk to you about something that's closely related, smart tech and how it's affecting our teenage girls, both mentally and physically. So this week I attended a seminar with Mark Williams, a neuroscientist from Australia, and yeah, okay, I wasn't actually physically in the same room as him, obviously, because he's in Australia, a little difficult for me. But I attended a Zoom with him. And this guy, Mark Williams, is really on the cutting edge of this issue to do with our tech. He shared some massive insights that were eye-opening, to say the least. For example, did you know there's something called the phantom buzz syndrome? And yeah, apparently it's a thing. It's when your brain starts imagining that your phone or smartwatch is vibrating even when it's not. It's like your body is constantly on high alert, so you're on hyper-vigilance and hyper-arousal, waiting for that next notification. And it's having a real impact on our sleep patterns, our ability to focus, and our overall mental health. Then there's a statistic that totally shocked me and blew my mind, that anorexia has increased by 200% in 2 years. And the UK isn't far behind. Now, if that isn't absolutely shocking, I don't know what it is. But how is this happening? Well, one of the biggest contributors, can't never say that word, is social media and the unrealistic standards it sets. Our girls are constantly comparing themselves to these filtered, curated versions of idealism of reality, and it's damaging their self-esteem. And get this, the most lonely age group right now isn't the elderly, like we might assume, because they don't have the work to do, but it's our teenagers aged 16 to 25. And actually, personally, I'd take that figure down to 13 to 25 at least. It may even be low, maybe even be low as 9, which is absolutely horrendous. Despite being connected 24/7, they're more isolated than ever. So how is that possible? I mean, seriously, what is going on right now? So did you know that more than 3 hours of screen time a day is strongly associated with increased social anxiety, depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts? According to the latest Girls Index from 2023, girls who spend more time, so that's 10 plus hours a day, on social media are 25% less likely to describe themselves as confident compared to those who spend just 2 hours a day. I mean, these statistics are frightening, but they also tell us something crucial. Reducing screen time isn't just a nice to have, it's necessary for the well-being of our teenage daughters. But here's the thing, it's not just about taking away their tech or banning them from using it or imposing strict limits. We need to go deeper, far deeper. We need to understand what's happening on a physiological level with our daughters, their brains and their bodies. They're wired in a way that's especially susceptible to the rewards and reinforcements that tech companies are so good at exploiting. Like, did you know that the reason social media is so addictive is because there are 4 forms of attraction? Well, 1 is faces, 2 are bright colours, 3 is movement, and 4 is sound. It says it all really, doesn't it? How many of those posts you look at on Instagram, and okay, I do it as well, have those 4 medias in them? All of them. That's what the addiction is about. So when our teen girls feel they are compelled to check their phones, why they might feel, no, wait a minute, when our girls understand why they feel compelled to check their phones, why they might feel anxious or upset after scrolling through Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, they can start to see that bigger picture. They can zoom out from what's actually going on right in front of them. This isn't just about willpower or self-control, it's about understanding the root cause behind those behaviours. And once they get that, they can make informed choices about their tech use. Not you telling them, they can make those informed choices. So when we understand the physiology, so how our brains release dopamine in response to likes and notification, and this has been proven time and time again, especially in teenage girls, and how this constant stimulation creates a roller coaster of dopamine high and lows, it helps us manage its effects. So did you know that dopamine is the main ingredient in drive and motivation? So without it, we struggle big time. The dips can mimic symptoms of depression, but they're actually a natural response to overstimulation. So this natural response to an unnatural environment is never a disorder, it's evolution. So by recognising this, we can take steps to manage these influences. So did you know that when our teen girls are glued to their screens and not going outside, it affects their memory, focus and their mood? Physical inactivity impairs the brain. A healthy child that is made to be sedentary, courtesy of being on their tech 24/7, will struggle with attention and crave physical activity. It's not rocket science, is it? But it's hidden so much underneath all those labels. And don't get me wrong, labels are great when they're used in the right way. But if they're just used to label without any kind of help, you're left floundering and struggling. And remember, at the end of the day, our daughters are still growing. Their brains are incredibly adaptable. But they're also vulnerable. It's essential that they understand these physiological processes so they can take control of their mental and physical health. So what can we do as parents? And I'm not just going to say, bye, that's just not me. It's time for us to help the next generation build the knowledge, skills and tools. So here are some practical steps to help your daughter navigate this tech-driven world. And it will help you too as a mum. So number 1, talk openly about the facts. Sit down with your daughter, side by side, and share the research. Explain how social media and smart tech affects you and her, and especially the female brain. Back it up with facts like the ones I mentioned earlier from the Girls Index. Knowledge is power. Number 2, create boundaries. Establish tech-free times in your household. Maybe all devices go off at 9 p.m. and don't come back on till 7 a.m. That's one option, doesn't always work. Use that time to connect in other ways. Play a game, have a chat, read together. There are other options. We have no tech at the table when we're having dinner, and when we're going out as a family, there is no tech. We've also now just decided to have a 3-hour free tech session on a Sunday, which is our day. So these are all ideas, but you come up with your own ideas, because I can't fix it for you. It has to be something that is managed between you and your teen daughter. You have to be talking openly and honestly about it and seeing where the middle ground is. So mirror their behaviour. If you're asking your daughter to turn her phone off at 9 p.m, you need to do the same. If you're not, she's going to go, what the hell? Why am I bothering to do it if mum's not doing it as well? Lead by example. It's a small gesture, but it makes a massive impact. Number 4, use tech to monitor tech. Okay, why? No, there are tips. No, there are apps that can help you both monitor screen time. Make it a fun challenge. See who can spend less time on their devices each week. Turn it into a game rather than a punishment. And number 5, build communities. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child. So many of us are raising our kids on our own, and it's a real struggle. Connect with other mums, join support groups, and encourage your daughter to do the same with Glow for teenage girls. A little bit of a hint on that one. When we surround ourselves with supportive people, we can tackle these challenges together. So now, if you're feeling like you need more support in this journey, I'm not surprised. I've got a few ways to help. So number 1, join the wait list for the new Mum to Mum Connection, which is my favourite. It's an online support group where you can connect with other mums, learn together and support one another through these challenging times. We'll delve deeper into topics just like this and more to help you connect with yourself and your teenage daughter. It's a safe space to learn, to share and to grow together. Number 2, get your daughter involved in the Glow support groups. For girls aged 12 to 16 within Cumbria, our Glow support groups offer a fun, supportive environment where they can build confidence, make lasting friendships and discover who they truly are. It's more than just a group. It's a place where your daughter can truly thrive with people that she trusts and respects, and that is massive. And number 3, that's 4, download the Mum Survival Kit. If you're looking for tools to unlock your daughter's emotions with practical advice and strategies to help you navigate these tricky waters. Nope, I missed half the sentence there. If you're looking for tools to unlock your daughter's emotions without the awkwardness of asking, this kit is a must-have. It's packed with practical advice and strategies to help you navigate these tricky waters. That sounds better. Imperfect parenting at its best. So there you have it. The journey isn't easy, but you're not alone. Together we can make a real difference in the lives of our teenage daughters. So take that next step. Download the kit, join the waitlist, and get involved. You've got this. I believe in you, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. So if this resonates with you, I invite you to join our community. Let's work together to empower our teenage daughters with the knowledge and tools they need to thrive in this digital age. If you found this video helpful, yahoo! Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And the most important bit, share this video with as many mums as you can. Let's keep this conversation going, because together we can make a difference. So for all of the links, they're going to be down below underneath this YouTube video. Plus, I'm also going to give you some links to some accounts on Instagram that you can follow for all tech kind of support.